lemonade.
Largesse.
I said hand grenade.
Ham sandwich. Now we're just doing an improv
Hemming
game.
and hawing.
Anyway, fun and bearable.
Hooting, hollering.
Habitual offender.
Fourth offense.
Third strike. Second degree murder.
Death penalty.
Hey, how about this? I was just going to say manslaughter.
Manslaughter.
What about womanslaughter?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got
Man's
one.
laughter, manslaughter. Same spelling.
Crawl
Makes you
space.
think.
Crawl space.
They were found in the crawl space.
Crawl space.
They were crammed into the crawl space.
There was crud in the crawl space from the crammed children.
I was going to say corpses.
Crammed corpses. Crammed, crippled corpses.
Crammed, crippled Crammed, crippled corpses in the crawl space.
Crammed, crippled crawl space corpses. It's so creepy and cruel.
It is.
It was creepy and cruel.
Welcome to another episode of Funbearable. My name's Ray Harrington.
I'm Brad Rohr.
And I'm Chuck Staten.
And I, creepy, crappy crumper. We're in a weird place.
Yes.
It's a rainy day.
Raining.
It is raining.
It is.
And we are back a little peek behind the curtain, right? We got to
Peek a
start
peek.
with a peek.
Yeah.
Just a real quick one. We are recording this. This is our first episode back together since pre-Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Creepy crawl space Christmas.
Yes.
And so there is a little bit of a feeling. I think there's a vibe of like, here we are. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Let's do
yeah.
our goofs.
Oh, well, it's the you're getting back from vacation. That's
Yeah.
what it is. It's the first day back at work after
Yeah.
you're taking the vacation
Wow.
time.
Wow, just go ahead and offend me like that.
Wow, the only unemployed one of us.
That's me.
What a sack of shit.
That's how I
What
feel.
an absolute sack of shit.
I'll say this morning, I said, all right, Tuesday, January 3rd is when I'm going to start my routine, my unemployed routine, where in the morning I do administrative tasks, whether that's looking for a day job or doing the reach outs and emails and everything for the creative stuff I want to do, which I would then do in the afternoon. This morning I slept in an extra hour and then laid on the couch and read a book. I did no administrative tasks.
When you say slept in an extra hour,
extra
I
hour.
picture you laying in the bed, looking at the clock for the full hour, going, no, I'm staying in. I'm going to get up late today.
It was basically that, but with the cat. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can feel a vibe change with
Yeah.
you.
Oh, yeah, me
your
too.
unemployment vibe.
Yes.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
You're more vibrant.
Peppity
You're wearing
steps.
brighter beiges.
Thank you.
That should be wearing brighter pages. That should be your new nickname of unemployed Brad. It's Peppity Step.
Peppity
You
step
have
right.
a step.
Yeah.
You have a pep in your
What
step.
was my old nickname for super employed Brad?
It was like Slumpy Mick Broken Shoulders.
Like tight and anal, I think were the two. Basically, there were some ways to describe you that would also be Pornhub search terms.
right, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I think Peppity
Crawl
Step.
space, corpse.
Glistening.
Oh,
I think Peppity Steps is a good nickname for you.
I think that's a good nickname for you or a new Muppet or something. Just those Muppet feet going. Taka, 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 taka.
He has been happier. I've already said
Yeah.
this to him. I've said this to him.
I'm just realizing I don't think I've ever seen the lower half of your body.
yeah. It's a
Brad,
lot of
are
It's a lot of me shuffling.
Are you a Muppet?
It's a lot of me shuffling and going this.
Come to think of it, I do find you often use only one arm. The other one is always
like that.
I like this idea of discovering Brad the
Muppet.
Muppet.
All right, Ray. See you later. Bye. And you're like, you guys gonna stay?
Oh, that is fun.
Yeah.
Well, it is fun to be back, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We've
it's
had
back.
family things happening. We've had
Yeah.
all of our Christmas stuff and all the joy. And this time, last time we were together, really, there was an audience in front of us.
Right.
It was the live show.
Yeah. Yeah. We're not telling them about the other stuff.
No.
No.
The other live audience.
No.
Okay. And here we are. And something happened in between us recording the live Christmas show.
I'm gonna say I want to bring this up.
Yeah.
Well, here's what happened that I think is interesting. So we had our live show.
Yes.
And, obviously we had the holidays and I have been home and Brad has been unemployed. And I've talked to Ray less in the last 2.5 weeks than we've probably talked in any 2.5 weeks of the past couple of years.
And I think that's why it feels like it was a vacation. I do feel more rested. I feel more rejuvenated and ready to go.
Peppity Steps.
Peppity Steps.
Steps Jr.
At the end, we're all Muppets.
Yeah, it's Muppets all the way down.
Yeah.
But we in that period of time we did release a few other episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so during that time we released the live episode, and then we had family stuff, holiday stuff, all these things going on.
Yeah.
So we also released some episodes that we had in the bank. We opened the vault.
Yes.
Yes.
Right? Walt Disney's corpse is guarding it.
Right.
And the cartoon corpse.
Crammed in there.
The crammed cartoon corpse.
The cartoon corpse of Disney.
The slaughtered sketchman.
Let's give a just real quick. I don't mean to interrupt. Let's give a big shout out to Craig DePina and Kyle Baillargeron.
Absolutely,
who are
yeah.
two of our guys that they help us edit the shows. They help us at the live show. They helped us shoot the shows, and Craig edited the show that we shot live on Sunday in Providence, so that we could have it up on Thursday.
Craig crammed before Christmas.
Craig crammed before Christmas.
Don't check Craig's crawl space.
Don't check Craig's crawl space. But he really, it was a big, obviously it was like kind of a time crunch for Craig. And
it was a crunch for Craig before Christmas.
But these guys really help us out a lot. Craig does almost all the episodes in terms of the edits. And Kyle helps out a lot as well. And they both helped us out with the live show.
Kyle does a lot of back rubs.
Yeah, he does a lot of shoulder
massage.
rubs. Well,
Yeah.
he's very lanky, so he knows how to get in there.
You know what's interesting is that I've never once asked him for a shoulder rub, and
No,
he just
He
walks
comes
in
He just comes in.
Yeah,
to like my home.
Yeah. Yes.
those fingers, they dance. That's what we call them.
The other day, I had a bit of constipado.
Yeah.
I was a little constipated.
Yeah.
So I was sitting on the.
It's when you eat too much pasta, it stuffs you up.
Yeah. So I was sitting on the turlet.
Yep.
And
Constipato.
out of nowhere, I feel hands on my shoulders. I'm
Wow.
like, this is creepy. I thought it was in a ghost story. A ghost was there.
Yeah.
And I turn around. It was Kyle.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
through
Kyle.
the window, right? He does
was,
that.
Yeah, and he's
that's why
like,
so lanky.
he's squatting
Yeah.
on the top of the toilet.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
owling.
He's on the basin.
Yeah.
Yeah. He slithers in. But big thanks to them. They're a big part of the behind the scenes. And I hope to have them on the show at some point. They're great guys.
Yeah.
We really
As we
appreciate
always
them.
say, big ups to the boys.
Big
Yes,
ups to the
we
boys.
do always
Yeah.
say that.
BUTTB.
BUTTB.
But B.
But-
Whenever we say but B, you're gonna know what we're talking about.
Exactly.
Well, all right. What about
or
the
when you see our shirts, or
what about the bee that I bioengineered to sting people in the butt? Can we not
That's
call that a
different
butt bee?
there's also the basic bee.
That's the
and
bio. That's the bio butt B.
the basic bee is canon.
And you're looking through the Funbearable dictionary.
Let me check the Fun Bee wiki.
I do want to do an episode called the Funbearable Dictionary, and we can have
Okay.
all of our idioms and phrases
Yep.
it laid out,
All right,
alphabetically.
That's and we should also do a follow up episode, the Funbearable Dictionary After Dark, and it's all words we can't say.
Yeah. A lot of restrictions
Yeah.
when we normally record.
Chuck came up with one that would get him kicked out of so many casinos.
Oh,
the Native American ones specifically.
Oh, yeah, that one.
yeah.
Something to do with poker chips. I don't want to get into it.
Yeah.
But when you brought up the Christmas show, I want to give a shout out to Craig.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah,
I think that's
definitely.
wonderful.
And
They do fantastic work, and it is
Yeah.
really, really, it's so comforting to know that they're like helping out with this. I know this sounds like it's a setup to a joke, but it's genuine. It's
Yeah,
just,
for sure.
It's like, oh my God, thank you so much.
No, they're
You know?
great guys.
Yeah, we've already made jokes about Craig's crawl space and Kyle's what'd you call them? Wandering hands?
Yeah, something
Magical
dancing fingers.
Dancing
Yeah,
fingers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we can sincerely thank them for their hard work.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're wandering hands so much as they are like the idea of when settlers spread across America, right? That's not wandering.
No, okay, yeah. There's a destination.
There's an
There
idea of
is.
staking a claim.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
Yes.
that's what his hands are doing, I feel.
Yeah.
Oh, he
that's
owns
true.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is it's like a dog peeing on furniture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like when Tom Cruise was in that race with a flag to have property. Remember that movie?
No.
I do not.
No, him and Nicole Kidman?
Far and away.
Far and away.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Proud of myself.
Yeah,
for
that
pulling
story
that.
is
70
when
steps.
they were staking their claim. Literally, they would get a flag stake and they would have to go out and get their land.
That sounds delicious.
And there was a little race.
Did you say a flag steak sounds delicious?
Flag steak.
Ooh.
As a steak from Flagstaff, Arizona, which you could stake your claim for.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a weird movie where it's like, isn't this romantic? The idea of this, I don't know, genocide happening.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry. Happy New Year.
So you were bringing up the Christmas show and
So-
what's happened, the Vault episodes.
We released some episodes from the vault, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And
And to be clear, we're not vaulting them. It's just
No.
that, especially, we started our podcast in the last week of August, and that rolled right into many. I think 4 Halloween episodes,
Yeah.
and 3 Christmas episodes.
we went from the dog days of summer into the goat days of fall.
Right.
And then the turkey days of late fall.
right.
And then the
Reindeer days.
reindeer days.
of
Reindeer
December.
days.
Yeah.
So
Sequel to Reindeer Games.
Yes.
so it's interesting because I think we're about 20 episodes in.
Yeah.
But 4 of them were Halloween episodes. 1 was a Thanksgiving episode. 3 of them were Christmas episodes.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 were guest episodes.
Yeah.
So within that time frame, a lot of the normal, what we should call them trio episodes. We call them solo episodes. Trio episodes, just the 3 of us, they fall by the wayside a little bit because they don't have to get released in a timely
Yeah,
fashion.
they're easier to bank without like feeling bad. Like we pushed the Joe List episode for a while because we had so many things, like the holiday stuff was coming out, like
Yes, that's right.
Halloween stuff, and we felt bad. We were like, oh no, we feel bad about this situation. So yeah, the trio episodes get pushed back.
Yeah.
And we released one of the episodes. It was the 4th episode of the first 2 days of recording
Right.
the podcast.
Yes, that's right.
And it was weird for that to come out and hear us talking about what we hope it will be.
That's
You know what I mean?
And if really pulling back the curtain, that was when we first started the podcast.
Yeah.
I believe it was July 26th and 27th
Yes.
that we recorded. And that was so within a 24-hour period, we said, we're going to start this podcast. Let's see what it is.
Yeah.
And we did 4 episodes within 24 hours. And so we just released the 4th episode in that first block.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks ago, even though the podcast has been around now for about 4.5 months.
It does worry me that we all sounded a little more happy about doing the show.
Well, what was the
We got to put
content?
pep back in our steps.
Oh,
Yeah.
What was the actual content of that episode? Oh, we talked about our careers.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. I remember.
And then we had another episode come out. Oh no! In that 4th episode,
Yes.
we joked about
Okay,
something.
something has to be brought up.
So I'm just worried about Mr. Bean right now.
Yeah.
I'm really worried about Mr. Bean.
So in the episode,
Yeah, you had the
and I believe
pre-cog moment there.
that Ray might have started the joke because I think I did the second one, but
Yeah.
Ray did a joke where he said, "Guys."
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to apologize. I did a joke.
Well, hold on. He did a joke where he was pretending that he got a celebrity death announcement on his phone.
Yeah.
And then I followed up
Solid
with one.
premise.
Yeah. And
Fun thing.
I followed up with Chewbacca Mom.
Great.
Knocked
great
it out of the
pull.
park.
Yep.
Brad did.
I fouled out. With bedtime bear.
Bedtime bear. You said
Very
bedtime bear
fictional
died.
animated
Died in
character.
his sleep. That was the saver. Of that,
And did you start with Mr. Bean?
I started with Mr. Bean.
Okay.
Which
And
was fun because then we went to like Son of Bean and
Yeah,
all that
it was-
other
it
stuff.
was a lot of fun.
We were playing.
We're just
it was
making
good.
jokes. We're just having fun. We're pretending, and then we started going into this whole
Officer. We're just having fun.
essentially what I would refer to as almost an improv game, where we would
Boys
go,
will be boys.
We would go ding, oh no, and we'd all pretend
Yeah.
that we got another celebrity death announcement.
One of them was real.
And so in my pullings, you pull, I said, oh no, Pelé kicked the bucket.
Yeah.
Right? Just a joke made on July 27th, 2022.
Yeah.
Now that episode got released in December, and the specific clip that we put on social media that had that death announcement that was joking actually fell on the day of his real death,
Yeah.
which was a faux pas on my part.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to say
It was a faux for sure.
and so I want to say
So Fopi.
I think it's beginning a trend where
It was the faux of the day.
faux on a rope where we
Oh, speaking of R.I.P. the Pope.
where a lot of people have said and pointed out over the years, The Simpsons has predicted a lot of stuff. Is Funbearable? Are we the new Simpsons?
I think people would often say Funbearable is like the new Simpsons, meaning not the older episode.
But in this case, I think we may have the pre-cog power of making predictions that may come true.
Yeah.
Because-
Is it a precog power or is it a curse?
Well, it depends on the things we predict. So I thought we could all try to make. I told you.
Oh, yes. See, I like this idea. Use our powers for good.
Wait, are we speaking this into being, or are we
Hell
accepting
yeah.
what the universe is
We're
giving
gonna
us
wish
and
it into the cornfield,
I think.
man.
I
That's
think
what
it's
we're
like.
gonna do.
Here's what I think.
gonna
God,
change my jokes?
I think that God, he's a lot on his plate.
He
But
does.
I think once in a while he tunes
She does,
in,
yeah.
and God will say, "These guys are special." They said this.
Do the voice you always do.
for God?
Yeah,
Yeah.
do the God voice.
It's like these guys are special. It's Forrest Whitaker. But no,
These guys are special.
so
Sorry, that's just him from Star Wars. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I think he does pretty much like that most of the time.
Yeah.
Ghost Dog. So I think that God is like, these guys are special. When I tune in, if I hear a laugh, if I laugh, I'm going to make one of the little jokes that they said come real. Now, I wish
Okay.
he hadn't have listened to the Pelé.
Come real?
Come real. That's what he never went to school.
That's
He
a
invented
YouTube
school.
link I never clicked
Yeah.
on. Chuck's Come Real.
You won't believe what happens to the desk.
It's just in the beginning of it is him in front of a blank wall going, "My name's Chuck Staten, late 30s. Here are my hands, and this is my cum reel." Right, that just goes into the music for a reel. That's fun.
So
I think it's more Flight of the Bumblebee than anything.
it's me running around my house.
It's just the sad.
Slipping on all of it.
It's just the sad trombone sound effect over and over and over.
It's the last one. Yeah. And me. Oh, you're breathing.
Like the end of a musical number.
I'm holding the top hat. Yeah. All right. Jazz hands. Wait. So
I like that.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, instead of doing jazz hands, you're going. Just trying to flick off the rest.
is that jazz hands? No.
It's similar.
yeah.
Very similar.
So I think God is looking at it and saying, they said this, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
And so we thought we'd come to the table with some predictions we hope happen in the hopes that now these positive ones will happen. Sorry about killing Pelé. Accident. We didn't know about
We didn't kill Pelé.
We didn't know about the power.
We did not.
I'm sorry
kill Pelé.
that the three of us killed Pelé. We didn't know the power we had at the time. Can we at least agree on that?
Yes.
Okay. So now we're going to make some positive predictions to hope that those come true in
All
a
right.
similar way.
Okay.
I mean, I hope that God wasn't listening to the come real thing and thinking that's the one I'm going to make real.
Fast forward, God.
Yeah.
That's a worst case scenario.
So what do you guys have for predictions?
I didn't realize we were coming to the table with like prepped ones.
Oh.
With like a list.
And I didn't realize we had power to speak it into being. I thought we were just
hopeful,
accessing the ether and saying what's going to
Yeah.
happen without value judgment.
Oh, so like a medium.
Like if I were to say in the coming year,
Yeah.
one of the Baldwins dies.
That's not positive.
That's not positive.
That is not
but
positive.
that's what I thought this bit was
Statistics,
going
though,
to.
that's a good
Thank you.
thing to do. Just a Baldwin.
Yeah,
A Baldwin will die.
right. One of the famous.
That's not
ones.
bad.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I wrote down some predictions.
Oh,
I thought
okay.
it'd be good. So you guys don't have them?
Well, no, I will. But you go first.
I'm a little hooked. I'm caught up on one thing that you did say, one phrase that you used, and I'm worried again that
Yeah.
she's going to make it real.
Okay.
The coming year.
Yeah, I know. The upcoming year.
Yeah,
Is that
because what worries me is every December 30th,
Yep.
the day before New Year's Eve,
Right. New Year's Adam.
Chuck buys a new notebook
Okay.
and he writes on the outside of it, the coming year.
Yeah. Doesn't
then
use
it's
ink.
just-
Wish he used ink.
Yeah. Dear diary. And
Yes.
it's like, oh no. All right, sorry. So you have predictions. And you know what? Maybe it's better that you came with the list because
Then
it
it
was
maybe
your
it's-
joke.
Right, yeah.
It was your
I'm trying
joke
to make
that-
up for it. I'm
Yeah.
trying to make up for killing Pepe.
Yeah, Bedtime Bear is still alive. So maybe I don't have this power.
Right.
Can I be honest with you?
What?
Bedtime Bear, the bed is
Yeah.
in a hospice. Bedtime Bear is short for this world.
By the way, I really only have 3 predictions.
That's fine.
But they're kind of a little bit like they'll need some
Yeah.
explanation.
They refer to him as Medtime Bear now.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the little paper cup.
All right, you guys want to hear my predictions?
I'd love to.
I can't wait.
These are my 2023 predictions. And
2023
we
predictions.
hope that they'll come true.
You hope they'll come true. We don't know yet.
Yeah, we're not co-signing
Yeah.
until we hear them.
All right. Here are my 2023 predictions. Positive. Ray Harrington becomes rich and famous beyond his wildest dreams.
Ooh, how wild are your dreams, Ray? Because this might
Pretty
be
wild.
Okay, because this
Pretty
might
wild.
This
That's a
might
pretty good
be
one.
a damning with faint praise thing. If your dreams are like, I'd like to make $35,000 in a year once, and then you make $35,010.
Right.
But if your dreams are actually wild,
Yeah.
then
Can I just clarify?
yeah.
I already did that. I
don't know what your
it would
income
be
is.
higher than that.
Yeah, well, I don't know what your dreams are, Ray.
I love it.
35,000.
No, come on. You can make 40. I know you can do it.
You push if you push hard enough.
When I started at my old job at UMass Dartmouth, the job I no longer have, my salary was $32,000 plus room and board, and this was in
65, right?
1904.
65. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I didn't finish, though. That's the only thing.
Oh, it's a fucking monkey's paw situation.
No.
Oh, okay.
So Ray Harrington becomes rich and famous beyond his wildest dreams.
Good.
This is largely due to his 2023 stand-up special being directed and produced by the new dictator of Russia, Charles Alexander Staten III.
Wow.
Whoa.
A lot going on in this prediction.
Okay.
Just to-
Big left turn.
Yeah.
Dictator Charles is a lovable, warm dictator, which is something that the people of Russia have appreciated.
Nobody's
And he is so lovable.
I don't like the phrase "warm dictator"
Yeah, no.
because
Lovable.
it gives me
He's-
the idea of a
Are you
penis
sure
and a
it's
baked potato.
tater with the
He's-
T in the second.
Yeah,
He's so
warm dictator.
He's so lovable and warm that he allows his people to call him Chuck as opposed to Charles, and any jokes about his hair are punishable by death.
Wow. So that's more
How
of a
do you think?
Well,
that's more of a North Korean kind of dictator than a Russian.
Chuck's a new one. So.
I'm a new one.
Yeah.
How do
I'm
you-
trying to turn the tides.
That is fair. That is fair.
I mean, you could
You,
like,
you outlawed tides, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they coming? Are they
Tide
coming?
and tides, both of outlaw. How would Chuck become the dictator of Russia? It seems like there's some steps missing in this prediction.
Well, it's only a prediction. I didn't say how Pelé would die either.
That's true. Well, no, you said he would kick the bucket.
yeah.
Well, that's just death. All right, I got another one. Ready for this?
Well, I'm happy for you, Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, here's what I will say.
You're making $36,000 this year.
Just all I have to do is agree to work with a horrible dictator.
Yeah,
right.
well, a lovable dictator.
Yeah.
Lovable and warm.
Okay. Who also punishes people by death.
Yeah. Well, don't make fun of his
Don't
hair.
make fun of my hair.
That's fair. But here's what I think is interesting about that. The accurate part of that prediction
Yes.
is often in stand-up comedy. You do have to make a choice of like, well, if I want to take this next step up,
Yes.
I got to work with this terrible fucking person.
Right.
Yes.
And I think that happens often.
Right.
Right. That's why
So-
Ray and I said, all right, we'll do Funbearable.
Yeah.
Right. Dictator of Russia.
Right. You know? The enemy you know.
Oh,
Right.
okay, that makes sense.
All right. So the next one,
Yes.
Brad Rohr
Oh, that's me.
falls in love and marries
Ooh, also true.
an A-list actress.
Unlikely.
She was in V for Vendetta.
Okay.
She's one of the leads in Black Swan. She starred alongside Chris Hemsworth in the new Thor movie. She was Queen Amidala in Star Wars. That's right. You know her. You love her. Brad Rohr's new wife is Natalie Portman.
What did you say?
Natalie Portman,
Wait, I'm
formerly
sorry.
known as Natalie Portman,
There we
loses
go.
a bet to President Chuck Staten
Wait, now you're the
about,
president?
about who can fit the most French fries in their mouth. The terms of the bet were not disclosed to the media. That's a good one.
It is. And I'm fairly certain she's already married.
She is, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say like Pelé. Who knows? But the twisted path will weave.
What if you end up in Utah?
All right.
You know, what if
I would be brother husbands.
Right, but what if you become somebody who's like, no. What if she's your wife?
Okay.
He's your husband.
Oh, okay.
Right, and then you have other famous couples.
Yeah.
That you've also married, and you become like a cult leadery Mormon.
Okay, that could happen.
And it absolutely could happen. I feel like
I definitely
you're halfway
have
there.
the charisma to be a cult leader.
You've got the glasses on your head. You've
Yep.
got the beige.
Yep.
You're
Halfway there.
two-thirds
Two-thirds
of
of the way there. Yeah.
All you need now is multiple wives.
Peppity steps. He's on his way.
Well, the program that I'm going to lure people into my cult with is going to be called the Peppity Steps.
Yeah.
Your guide to happiness.
Yeah.
And then they're reading
Steps.
the Peppity steps, and they're reading the brochure, and they're like, "There's like 49 steps.
But
There's
look
so
at
many steps.
Look at how happy you'll be at the end of it.
Look how happy the guy in the brochure is. Do you see him? He's so happy. Look at all the beige." So, I'm sorry, but no. What other celebrity couples would you have in your
Like cult?
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be
or just like a sect of Mormonism?
right. Well, T. Hanks and R. Wilson.
Okay.
will be there.
Rainn Wilson.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say Russell Wilson and Ciara. Are they going to be there? Mm-hmm. Russell Wilson, Denver Broncos quarterback, not having a good year. Going to get worse when he's married to me.
But wait,
been
Tom
thinking-
Hanks isn't married to that
Rita,
person.
he's married to Rita Wilson, right?
Yeah.
Let me think here. Other celebrity couples.
So you just went to the top guy,
yeah,
and now
Hanks.
you're like,
Yeah. Well,
I
it's
was gonna say that's right at the top.
yeah.
yeah.
You could have Will Smith too.
Will and Jada.
Ooh, do you want that?
Yeah, take it.
No, it's okay because then he's going to stand up for me and defend me and slap
Right.
people who say bad things about me.
That's
So-
a good plan.
Yeah, thank
Hey,
you.
Brad, nice beige, and then Bray gets a slap in the mouth. That would be amazing.
Oh my god.
Keep Brad's name out of your mouth.
Ow.
My God.
Oh my god.
I don't like that.
That's when I know that things have taken a turn for the worse.
Yeah.
Like the
Where I'm like,
idea.
I got to get out of Utah,
So Will Smith has been sitting in our podcast recordings,
and it's just him going.
yeah, you make fun of Brad. He slaps you. But you know what we do? In our heads, we measure how is the joke worth the slap?
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
we still say so.
Finally, I'm just like, aren't you terrified of mustard?
right away.
It was worth it. It was worth it.
I love it.
Keep Brad's name out your fucking mouth. Yeah. Oh, what an old joke.
All right. So the final prediction.
But real quick, before you move to that, I just want to clarify: in your wildest dreams of having this cult,
Yeah.
you have chosen like two couples.
Well, it's
You just said Tom Hanks and then a football player, right?
Yeah. Well, Tom Hanks and his wife.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson and his wife.
Yep.
Will Smith and his wife.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then,
Anyone else?
You know what? Roger and Jessica Rabbit.
Oh, that's good. I love when you go fictional.
Thank
I love
you.
it when you go fictional.
Thank you.
I got to be honest with you. Roger seems like a handful.
Oh,
Yeah.
he seems
Oh,
like
you know
a
what?
real handful.
Jessica Rabbit
2 handfuls.
seems like a handful. If you know what I'm
Boom.
saying.
I feel like if she was physically real, though, she wouldn't be able to stand.
No.
I feel like she would stand up and her spine would immediately shatter.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's some people that have had those enlargements that are, what's the word I'm looking for? Unwieldy? Unwieldy? What is it? Wieldy or
Ungodly?
wieldly?
Unholy, I think is what we're
yeah,
looking for.
yeah, that's the, yeah, for
Unholy.
sure.
Yeah.
But then also her waist is like
Yes.
the thickness of like a Snickers bar.
Yes.
And so I feel like that's snapping.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to be a snap situation.
Yeah, perhaps.
Let me
You know?
think more about
And then
who's
the other
gonna be
guy's
in
a
my cult.
rabbit, so
Yeah.
it's like weird.
Yes. Yeah, keep thinking.
Yeah. Let's have fun in this cult.
Right.
That's what they all say.
That's part of the Peppity Step program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And then at some point you do have to divorce your people.
All your stuff becomes property of Peppity Steps.
Well, once you get celebrity
Peppity Steps
mixed
Incorporated.
into
Yeah.
culty stuff,
Yep.
you have to make a very public marriage, but then ultimately separate.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise, Scientology, Chris Pratt, and that weird LA church that he's in.
Yeah.
Like you have to separate.
Unfounded.
The church is not founded.
He's not part of it. It's an unfounded claim.
He's not a part of the church?
He's not a part of that church. No.
Chuck's going to defend Chris Pratt, who is not in my.
He's not part of that
cult.
church. That was just like a thing that was passed around the internet with unverified sources.
But he's vocally...
He's not part of that church.
He's not part of that church. That church is
Okay.
like anti-gay. And
Yeah.
he's not part of that.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Brad's not part of anti-gay churches either.
No.
He actually went to an
I didn't
anti-gay
bring in-
church.
I didn't bring
And he
this
said,
stuff
"I'm
in."
not part of this."
Yeah.
I did.
That's true. Do you know that?
I did.
Now I do.
Our little Sunday school class was discussing gay marriage, and I'm like, yeah, I'm for it. And they were like, And we talked, I think, for like 6 consecutive weeks about it. And finally, it came down to like, basically everyone in this room who is for it, put your hand up. And there was one hand that went up, and I was like, I don't know if I belong here.
You know what? There was one other hint. Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt wasn't there.
All right. Well, I guess in this scenario, you get to be the voice of Link from
Yes.
Zelda.
Yes, I'll take it.
Get off of her. By the way, is Peppity Steps going to become like an ironic, mean nickname for Brad at some point?
No,
think it.
no. I think it's a fun. I think that name comes with hope. I think that name is
too.
an optimistic name. I do want to see a cartoon image of Muppet Brad. I think
Yeah.
that's very
Yeah.
fun.
It'll be out
like
there.
the regular upper torso body and everything, and then those felt dangly legs.
Everyone's
going
going to say it's Chuck's hand that's running me, though, which I do not care for.
I mean, when you say everybody, do you mean me and then
Yes.
all the people outside of this room?
Yes. Every fun bear, my parents,
yeah.
doctors.
Yeah. Doctors.
I will say one thing we talked about. I did an audition, a self-tape the other day, and hated it. After I submitted it, immediately was like, why didn't I do this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And the expression we came up with was bring the Brad, where if you have to be kind of snarky and bitchy, you got to bring the Brad in this scenario.
pretty
and
good,
then,
right?
and
I
then
like
bring
that,
the Brad came to like, I ordered a salad with no dressing. I'm really bringing the Brad tonight.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like
Brad.
that a
A lot
lot.
of fun stuff.
That's a good 2023 phrase.
Yeah. That's
Bring
a
the
good
Brad.
Bring-
For the
Brad.
Funbearable
Yeah.
dictionary /
Yeah.
encyclopedia.
Peppity
Bring the
Steps.
Brad, check the Chuck,
Yep.
reap the Ray.
Reap the Ray.
Yeah. What is that? I don't know. You got to bring the Brad.
Yep.
You got to check your Chuck.
And if
You
you do
gotta be
that,
careful.
Check your Chuck.
If that's
Yeah.
if you're
if
really,
you're bringing the Brad, if you get too into it, you got to check your Chuck.
Yep.
yeah, that
Right?
makes sense.
And if you do those things just right, you'll reap the Ray.
Ray is the reward in this
gotta say
scenario.
this.
I don't like it.
I'm 100%.
I gotta have a flaw. I gotta have a
100%
flaw.
into bring the Brad. I'm okay with check the Chuck. We all got to check our Chucks. I don't know about
no,
reap
the Ray can change.
Yeah, we got to
absolutely.
find a different R.
Yeah.
You have been staring at that woman all night. She is uncomfortable. You really got to check your Chuck.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of,
yeah.
All right. Last.
And if you don't go up and talk to her, you got to bring the Brad.
yeah, you got to find a middle ground.
All right, you're
What
going up to talk to her. Do not bring the Brad.
Check your Chuck, but don't bring your Brad. What is the Ray? I don't know.
I mean,
It doesn't
check
matter.
means watch it.
Yeah.
Bring means yes.
Let's do it.
And
Yeah.
then like R, do you want to find a different thing? It's hard.
I'm fine with whatever.
Yeah, we got to think of one.
Ooh, you got to
relax the Ray.
You got to rock your Ray.
Rock your
Ray, because that's like bring the
Yeah,
Brad.
it's the same thing.
Relax the Ray is like check your Chuck.
Yeah.
Reduce the Ray.
You're
That's
tall.
what my doctor says. And that's what that one review said of the podcast.
That's true. They did want the Ray reduced.
I don't know what the Ray thing is, and I think it's dangerous to leave this open ended.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the comments on YouTube or on any of the stuff that we put out for this episode, I'm going to read those and go. It's fun because it's an R word. Oh no!
I know. Oh, there's two that I'm thinking of. But all right, I got one more prediction.
Yes.
All right, Funbearable
Yes,
reaches number 1 on the podcast chart.
Wow.
Where? What country?
Yeah.
It
Russia.
hold on, all of them. It demolishes the previous numbers. It smashes through the top of the charts with such extreme severity that it jumps onto the Billboard Top 100 and it starts zipping up those charts.
Whoa.
See you later, see ya. Sayonara, Miley Cyrus. Take a hike, Taylor Swift. Arrivederci, Ariana Grande. Later, Lizzo. That's all I got from those. Funbearable is rocketing up the Billboard Top 100. They're in the 3. The 2. They're stopped dead in their tracks. There's one song that they cannot topple. Monster Mash with the original lyrics from dictator Charles Alexander Staton. Just Chuck to you.
Yep. I like that.
Pretty good prediction.
Very good prediction.
They're very specific predictions.
Well,
Yeah, that's
They're
the key to a
hyper-realized.
good, the key to a good prediction.
Sure.
is to make it super realistic.
Well, we did
every Nostradamus type prediction that's ever been made by a Nostradamus or some other soothsayer or weird like culty people that are like the world's going to end at this time, this thing. They've always been super specific.
Yeah.
No room for interpretation.
You got to get vague.
Yeah.
You got to be like someone at their height will fall
Yes.
when the
Sun.
sun is dipping.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. and then you can
And
be
then
like,
Harvey
well,
Weinstein gets in trouble, and you're like, I told you.
Well,
that.
he's famous. It was 5 o'clock in China.
And he was like a star, which is the sun is a star,
Yes.
and his was dipping.
Yes. Well, I was thinking we did the predictions we did on that one episode.
Yeah.
We probably did like at least 10, and one came true. So if that had, many predictions, Natalie Portman changing her name, me becoming the dictator of Russia, Ray marriage, all this stuff, I figure, we'll have better chances.
I'm pro Ray marriage, by the way.
We'll have
Slippery slope, in my opinion.
What's next?
people marrying their Brads.
Gross.
Marrying child Brads.
Where are we going?
Why am I wearing this dress?
Ooh, Las Vegas.
So
This episode has truly been like stream of consciousness. I feel like we're an improv troupe before we go on, and we're like passing the energy around and doing that stuff.
Yeah, that's fun.
Zip, zap, zop. I don't even know how to
We
play
do
it.
it.
But that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing.
But yeah, so I figured I'd do a bunch of predictions so that God can pick one and go, this one's going to be real.
Yeah.
And who knows which one it'll be.
I hope you become dictator of Russia. I think that would be very funny.
It'd be
To
I
see
think it would be
you-
funny.
like
and it'd be better than what's his name?
King Ralph,
Yeah, King Ralph.
John Goodman movie.
No, I know the movie, but I don't want. I'm worried that the two of you genuinely are like, yeah, the king of Russia.
I assure you, one of us is not like that. I don't know about the other person.
That is fair. That is fair.
So what's it do with King Ralph? What does
that mean?
I mean, like, what happened to that guy? How did he become the king?
They were taking a photo of all the royals at like a wedding or something. Why do I remember this?
I don't remember at
You
all.
asked me that, and I had a vivid memory of the opening of that movie. It's a wedding. It's like a royal wedding. They're all getting together, and they're standing in front of the chapel or whatever
Right.
it is.
Yeah.
And they're taking a photo.
Yeah.
And there's like electrical cords, and there's like water on the ground, and then something happens. It electrocutes everybody there. And so everybody in the royal line dies.
Yeah.
And they trace it down to John Goodman, and they're like, "You're the king now."
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
he's like, "Oh, me? I'm just an American schmo."
Yeah.
And then that's the whole movie.
And he's
Fish
like, I
out
want a
of
turkey
water.
leg or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. And he's just like, I'm going to wear my, Bears hat and
Does he do a
go
good
be
thing by the end?
Well, yeah, he's like a king. I don't remember how it ends. I don't remember. I just, for some reason, remembered the beginning of that movie. That movie couldn't happen now.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't want to say that like I sound like one of those people that's like anti-woke or some shit. Like, you can't make blazing saddles these
Wait,
days.
why-
That's the go-to.
I know, and it's weird because it's like, I mean, like, yeah, you
Right.
could.
What's
if you did it the right way?
Why do you say that about King Ralph?
Oh, because of the royal family. I think there's so much more about the royal family that's out.
Oh, it's just not. Yeah, I see.
It doesn't have the royal family doesn't have the same mystique or like elevation that it used to have.
Yeah, for
right.
sure.
So like they're facing the new paradigm. Oh my God, what's happening? What did I become? They're facing the new paradigm that happened in like Hollywood culture.
Right.
Like,
right.
silver screen era, untouchable. These stories about these people as if they're legends and fables.
Yes.
The same thing was going on with the royal family.
Right.
And then everything, I think, post-die,
Right.
it all shifted and changed. And I
Wow.
think it all kind of became like a silly thing.
That's interesting. It's just because of the public awareness that you just wouldn't. Wait, could you just use a different country?
There's no mystique anymore.
Could you use a different country, or is it funny that he's with stuffy British people?
Yeah, because
Okay, I
other
see.
countries are their
would be
like
different, like-
royalty stuff is different. Like you wouldn't want
Yeah.
to do that with like, oh, now he's the king of Qatar, and it's like
Yeah.
What about France? What do we got with France? Who's in charge in
there's
France?
a prime minister.
Prime Minister of France.
Isn't it Macron?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I only know because he was at the World Cup finals.
Oh, okay.
That's all. That's the only reason I know that.
Yeah.
What about Canada?
Yeah.
What
Canada
if you
would
get a
work.
call and you're like, I'm in charge of Canada?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Because after the Queen died, they're like, listen, we like the monarchy, but we're gonna change it up. We don't like Charles. We're gonna make our own monarchy.
Okay.
And then they elect you as the
I
king.
think I would do a great job.
Canadian
running Canada.
Is
Yeah.
that is that
Canadian king sounds awesome.
is
actually.
that is that fish far enough out of water if you're the king of Canada, or do you
yeah?
need?
Because you have to embrace
the culture?
the Canadian stereotypes.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking like this is a king dressed head to toe in denim. He's got a Canadian tuxedo.
I
on,
got it. Yeah, that makes
right?
sense. Yep.
That's this guy.
Tim Hortons, bag of milk,
Constantly talking about
the Maple Leafs.
Second City.
Oh yeah, that's in
Yeah,
Toronto.
sure.
Talking about
yeah.
Second City
Yeah.
improv.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Patron saint is John Candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I'm in. I like this. This is my speed.
The King of Canada?
Yeah.
Ray Harrington, King of Canada?
I mean,
so
I'll-
this is the King Ray is the remake of King Ralph.
Yeah, and it's Canada.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, yeah.
That's not bad.
Sure.
The sequel is Dictator Chuck. And it's,
Yeah.
Versus
Yeah.
King Ray.
Yeah. Oh no, we got to fight.
They bombed us? Why?
Well, it's weird. When I was thinking
Yeah, and
about
as King of Canada, I have to be like, I am addressing the international community today to say, hey, cut it out.
Stop being such a hoser.
Yeah, you're being real rude, eh? Cut it out. Knock it off.
Do you guys have any predictions, though, to go with mine?
It's weird because I didn't know that we wanted. I thought we were receiving these predictions from the ether. I had meditated. I received these things.
Oh, so you received them from the ether.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And so one of mine was either it's there's a fork in the road. It's murky. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going to happen. Either
Can't quite divine.
either Chuck murders Ray as a goof.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
Or Ray murders Chuck in response to a goof. One of those two things
Yeah.
seems like it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's so much a prediction from the ether as just, observing human nature.
Yeah, I think
Goofs
so.
are funny.
Yeah, goofs are great.
But you know what's not funny? Like embolisms brought on by said.
Goofs.
Oh,
Yeah.
accidental murder.
Yeah, well,
I thought you meant like I did it as a prank.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
not it's accidental murder in the idea of like if you do a horrible thing every day,
right.
that eventually leads someone to doing something, right?
yeah.
Like that trial that happened with the girl that texted her ex-boyfriend like
Yeah.
kill yourself or
Yeah.
something like that. She's culpable.
Right.
So I would say in that regard, if I had an embolism, like
Yeah,
Chuck would be culpable.
If you keep putting straws on a camel's back,
right.
at some point, that camel's back is broken.
right.
And you're responsible, even if you're only like, but I just put one straw on his back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's true. That is true. That's a truth.
So that was one prediction I received from the ether. I've been trying to think
Ooh.
of positive. Oh, I think Ray's getting
Whoa.
ding.
Oh,
Wow.
ding.
Wow, it's coming through. It's coming through.
happens
wow.
in fours.
I'm getting a really strong prediction here. There's going to be some conflict
Okay.
on social media.
Wow.
In 2023, there will be some conflict on social
I've seen
media.
no evidence of that yet.
It's a prediction I have. I really do.
All right. I know God's going to pick that one.
Oh, whoa! It's coming again. When the Mario movie comes out,
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
people that have been complaining about Chris Pratt being the voice of the Mario,
Yeah.
Yes.
will be shocked when they find out that they've changed it and it's still Chris Pratt, but he's doing a black voice.
Ooh.
He's doing like a bad 90s
Yeah.
black voice.
Yikes.
Like, it's a me, Mario.
Oh,
right? Like that
no.
kind of thing. It's
Chris
like,
Pratt,
ooh.
no.
That
Yeah.
was like devilish, though. I like that.
How did
it was
that-
like Satan. You could have done Satan in that voice.
You hear that voice and you think Satan?
Wow.
Well, you kind of have like a.
I went with like a Barry White, Luther Vandross.
You have like a
kind of-
growl to it.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It's me, Mario. You know what I mean? Like that.
I would not. I think that's
Ha, he, ahoo. It's a me, Mario.
this is not an insult.
Yeah.
Sounds like Al Pacino a little bit.
Oh, no.
The
that
Yahoo was a
the-
little
the-
Al
yeah,
Pacino.
yeah. Ha, he, ahoo. It's a me, Mario. I want to know. I'm jumping on turtles. I'm busting their bodies out of shells. Where do the shells go? That's what I want to know. Ha, he, ha, hoo. It's a me, Mario.
They often go down pits, Mr. Pacino.
I like that. That's fun.
This is a fun, like, I don't do voices on stage or anything like that, but I do love finding dumb voices.
Yeah.
And I apologize for it. But yeah, Al Pacino Mario, I do like that idea.
Oh, me
I mean,
too.
this is the, like, you
Yeah.
know, SNL 2 or 3 times a year does people auditioning for a movie.
used
and
to.
it's,
Yeah.
And, you know, that's
Yeah,
one.
that, my favorite one was Bill Hader doing Pacino, and that's how I get into a Pacino.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
that
it's the
I want to
best.
know is from that one. It was him auditioning for Top Gun.
Okay.
And so it's Bill Hader being Pacino, and he goes, I want to know if I'm dropping bombs on Afghanistan, what happens when a bird flies into the engine? For whatever reason,
Right.
that one phrase is like locked into my mind.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, Bill Hader's Pacino is so fun.
Yeah.
that they could just do that character and take it completely away from Pacino with him just doing that voice and that
Yep.
inflection. I'd be like, I'm in.
Him and Peter Serafinowicz
Yeah.
he has a fantastic Pacino as well.
Wow.
But yeah, I do like the idea of a Pacino Mario. That
Yeah.
is very
Yeah.
funny.
Oh, it's
Super
great.
Pacino brother.
Brothers.
Let's go, Luigi.
Well, yeah. And
Yeah.
It's,
I mean, the
And
way
it's Robert De Niro.
if I was gonna say if we're going through the sketch the way I would want to do it,
Yeah.
and we go from Chris Pratt's not Italian, we go to the cast of like Goodfellas. And
Yeah,
Casino.
exactly. Yeah,
that's funny.
And then they
That's
go with-
really funny.
Yeah, and it's Pacino.
And Toad. What the fuck are you talking about?
This is perfect. Forget everything else. We'll do the other thing we were going to do in the next episode.
Yeah.
We are doing this for a few minutes. We have to play here.
I'm not great at doing these voices, but
No,
we
we don't need to do the voices because I just like the casting of this. Let's
Yes.
dreamcast this with with all of those actors.
Okay,
right?
Pacino has to be
Pacino as
Mario.
Mario. Robert De Niro
As Luigi.
yeah, gotta be.
I don't know, Mario. Are you spitting fireballs? I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm on the spot.
You go like this. You go like this.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of it.
That castle's very far. No, I can't do it. Anyway,
It's Luigi's tough because Luigi doesn't say anything.
Right,
So we're
right.
gonna think of a thing that Luigi says and filter it. And he goes like, "What does he say? Does he say anything in Mario Kart?"
Not really.
I just got lightheaded breathing like that.
Same sounds, you know, as
Yeah.
as
Does he-
Mario, but slightly different.
Like that.
That's
Oh, ha.
yeah.
Yeah.
He goes,
But you hit the nail on the
Hoo-ha.
head. Pesci as
Ready?
Toad.
hoo ha.
Oh, ha.
Yeah, he's like, hoo ha. I can't.
Koopa's got nipples. You gonna milk him, Greg? And then Pesci as Toad is fucking.
Yeah,
That's
Pesci as
perfect.
Toad.
Pesci as Toad is great. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You going up there? You know that's
he
so.
would be
fun.
like, he'd be like, "Come on, this way. I know where to go. Come on, this way." It'd be because he helps you, like,
Yeah, yeah.
guide you.
Yeah.
So Pesci is Toad.
Who's
so
Princess
fun.
Peach?
I know who Peach is. It's she's the therapist on The Sopranos.
Oh yeah, and she was in
Lauren Bracco.
yeah, and
Lorraine Bracco.
And wasn't she also the wife?
Yes, in Goodfellas.
Goodfellas, which means Ray Liotta has to be Koopa.
Ray Liotta is Koopa. Or do we get
What happened?
Didn't Ray Liotta actually pass away last year in 2022?
Listen, a lot of people have died, and it's so hard for me to keep that.
We could still play.
Did he?
I'm almost certain Ray Liotta.
Oh, Ray Liotta rules.
Sorry, ruled past tense.
Almost certain.
Sorry. Okay, so
Lorraine Bracco, I think is her name.
yeah. So it can't be. Oh well, Sopranos. What about Tony Soprano?
He's dead
could
too.
What?
Yeah, I've got some really bad news for you.
Okay, fine. Let me spitball. Abe Vigoda.
Oh,
Well,
I'm so
let's
sorry,
just
Ray.
do Dreamcasting. I don't know if we need to worry about who's dead and who's not.
Okay.
What do you say?
Is Marissa Tomei involved at all? I feel like
yeah.
I don't know about that.
I guess I think because of my cousin Vinny, I associate her with the world.
With Pesci, of course. Yeah, of course.
I mean, if we're going
she's
Italian,
yeah.
we could do. Oh my god, I just drew a blank on his name.
Roberto Benigni.
Ooh,
He's the
that'd be
director.
crazy.
I love everybody. No, I was going to say Sebastian Maniscalco.
Oh, okay.
Sebastian
But what a terrible thing. Oh my god. I'm going to rule this entire fucking game world?
That makes sense.
Him as
Sebastian
Bowser?
Maniscalco makes
Yeah.
sense as Bowser.
I don't
Here's
like
why.
it.
Here's why. Because Mario, Luigi, Princess, they're all the good guys we're rooting for.
Yeah.
We don't want one of those guys to also be Bowser. We want Bowser to be an outsider. And Maniscalco is an outsider to the group of Goodfellas guys.
I guess. I don't want Sebastian Maniscalco.
You know what? I say make Chris Pratt Bowser. Flip the script.
guys are pieces of shit. All right,
Well, he's an outsider. That's what I'm saying.
Fuck it. Just give it to...
I think I can pull off a Pesci.
yeah, just give it to Samuel L. Jackson. Just let him be Bowser.
All right.
Wouldn't that be fun?
I am tired of these motherfucking plumbers in my motherfucking kingdom.
Pipes.
Oh, my
By the way, that was the... What kind of Samuel Jackson was that?
I don't do
That was
voices.
the most
That was
polite.
Peppity Steps as Bowser.
that was. Hey,
Hey, I'm tired of these motherfucking plumbers.
I think MFing.
Oops, sorry.
I am sick of these MFing plumbers.
Oh, do you know that Brad's family has a fuck?
All what?
They have a fuck that's specific to his family.
Finken.
Finken.
Finken?
If people are driving foolishly on the roads, my dad's like, Finken, bozos.
The twisted tale of Brad is every week Ray finds out more
It's
about Brad.
literally something someone would write for like a group
Ned
of
Flanders.
people, like the opposite version of the O'Doyles in
Yeah.
the Adam Sandler
Yes,
movies.
yes.
Right? Like it's the family that's like really it's the Flanderses,
Yeah, it's the
right?
Flanders, yeah.
And it's just that like you thinking so and so and it's
Yeah.
like stuff like that.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and it's amazing.
Finken
I
bozos.
like because I think at the start of the podcast, this is just from Ray's standpoint. Ray's like, "Oh, this guy Chuck is pretty weird, right, Brad?" And he has his arm around Brad, and then like as time is going on, and he finds more about Brad. The arm is like,
Yeah, it is more a sense of just like, oh, so I'm alone? I'm alone on this little island of normal?
well, that's the thing is you think that you're normal,
Yeah.
and it's just the same as us, probably.
I don't know about that. There's two extremes happening here, right? That's what this parasocial relationship
Yes.
has been.
Right.
And so I'm coming into it going, oh. It's like having a couple friend that you hang out socially with but
Right.
haven't seen by themselves too often.
Right.
Right.
And then you go and stay with them for like a long weekend. And by day 2, you're like, this is a damaged relationship and I don't want to be a part of it. They're roping me in on this shit and it's rough.
Well, it's the stuff you're finding out about Brad, though,
Yeah.
really doesn't have to do with us. It has to do with like the history of Brad, like
Which I-
Finken Bozos,
yeah,
the Plania.
I do like it though.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
like-
of course.
it is
Oh,
fun.
it's the best. Blandicap, Planiac,
Yeah.
Finken. It's the best. It's
Yeah.
it's
Finken,
I mean, he grew
Yeah.
up on what Tulip Tree Lane,
Grew up in Tulip Tree Lane.
and his mom's maiden name is Bean Blossom.
Also correct.
You're Toad, man.
Yeah.
You're Toad.
Joe Pesci is too.
Yeah. Come on. Brad Rohr is Joe Pesci as Toad.
I'm not doing the voice.
friggin' frackin'.
All my voices end up as Woody Allen, so I don't want to do voices.
I just want to hear you and your family, like you and your dad,
Yeah.
like reading the lyrics and changing the words to what you're comfortable with for any Eminem
Oh,
song.
there's the best
any Eminem song on the planet.
So Brad and I were doing stand up for a short amount of time before we transitioned to the 2-man live shows, and one of Brad's best jokes, maybe my favorite joke he had, was about his dad and a real thing that happened.
So my dad had this joke book. And had
This is real.
He
This is
had bought it at Walden Books or whatever. That's how long
Okay.
ago this was.
Yeah.
And he's reading it, and there are jokes in there with swears in them, which he did not know when he purchased it.
Okay.
So because he
They
knew,
should put a warning on the
Well,
front of this book.
he knew I'd be reading this joke book because I love jokes.
And how old were you at this time?
Oh, probably 10.
Oh, okay. All right. Sure.
This is the best thing in the
So
world.
he took like a felt tip pen
Mm-hmm.
and would like cross out words and write,
alternatives.
G-rated
Yeah,
alternatives
yeah.
for them. So one joke in particular I remember.
Never did it with Huckleberry Finn, though, huh? And Tom Sawyer and all that. Never changed that one.
Circled it, underlined it, added words.
How do I make this bold myself?
I don't like huckle. Let me change that.
I guess I could just trace it.
so.
Where's my highlighter?
The joke I remember specifically is Mickey Mouse is going to a therapist.
Whoa. Was this cleared by Disney?
Yes.
They are litigious. They just went after everybody on social media this week.
Yeah. They lost.
They took down like a whole bunch of stuff.
You hear, but they lost their.
Oh, no, I didn't.
So basically, some of the versions of Mickey Mouse
Yeah.
are entering the public domain, and they were trying to
Right,
fight
right.
it, and they lost. And now Steamboat Willie, you can just use Steamboat Willie, which
Hell
I think
yeah.
is hilarious.
You know what?
It's like,
I'm going to have Steamboat Willie pissing on a Chevy logo. It's legal. It's black and white.
So Mickey Mouse,
Yeah.
he's going to a therapist or
Can
a
you
judge.
just call him like Ricky Mouse?
no, it's part of it.
It's part of
Okay,
the joke.
all right.
Going to the judge, and he's like, "Hey, I want this divorce." And the
The
judge.
voice?
The judge says, I can't grant you this divorce. The psychiatrist examined your wife, Minnie, and she is mentally capable. And to which Mickey Mouse responds, in the original joke, I didn't say she was crazy. I said she was fucking goofy.
Isn't that great?
I like the joke.
It's a great.
I like the joke.
if you-
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a good joke.
If you like the original joke, wait until you hear my dad's
Oh,
version.
man. Yeah, how do you swap
Well,
that
he
around?
changed it. I didn't say she was crazy. I said she was making love to Goofy. Which is no longer a joke. It's just a sad man.
Yeah. And it's worse.
Yeah.
way worse.
Way
Yeah,
worse.
It's way worse.
Making love to Goofy.
Yeah.
And that's the one I remember him crossing out. And honestly, I think it was arranged by topics like alphabetically.
Yeah, yeah.
And he made it through like B and then gave up on censoring the book because there's
I want to know. Oh, man. I love the idea of like that book somehow re-entering circulation in some way.
Yeah.
Like it ends
It
up at like a
donates,
used
yeah,
thing
yeah.
and they get the book and somebody's like, whoa, this cool old joke book.
Yep.
That's fun. And they're flipping through going, oh my God, a crazy person had this book.
a crazy person who got tired about 1/13 of the way through.
They go through and they're like, I mean, it's tame, but they fucking suck. Sorry. They make love suck.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
isn't that so funny?
Yeah,
That
that's
is.
great.
That, I really do like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's
It's
really
killer.
fun. But if you have any ideas, listener or viewer, for some of our dream casting of the Mario Brothers movie, starring this, I guess, like the Martin Scorsese
Yeah,
universe,
Godfather,
the Scorsese
Casino,
verse.
Right.
Goodfellas. Yeah, the
Fuck it,
Scorsese.
put Martin Scorsese in it, and the whole time he's like, "This is all bad. It sucks, and I hate it."
Yeah.
right.
I want to do a
With the big
really
glasses.
like mad. I want Joe Pesci to come at Toad from
Yeah.
like that very angry standpoint.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I'm a
like,
mushroom. How?
He's-
I'm a mushroom. How? How
he's
am I
gonna
a
go-
fucking mushroom?
You gotta fucking listen to me. I live here. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that kind of, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like
Is that a hat or is it your head, Toad?
Yeah,
yeah. So we got Mario and Luigi and Toad, Princess Peach. We got
Yep.
we
Koopa is we're
Bowser,
we're bouncing
yeah.
back. Bowser, sorry, we're bouncing back and forth between Bowser.
Okay, how about Donkey Kong? Who's a big beefy guy? Who's a big like? Is there any of them that like is a powerhouse? like imposing.
It's unfortunate because a lot of them are, aging. Like
they're
Ray
older.
Liotta's gone.
Ray Liotta's
can't
gone.
do that one.
Yeah.
And I do like the idea of this being the same CGI that the movie is.
Yeah.
Right? It's a CG movie.
Yeah.
Right? However, all of these guys are de-aged like the Irishman. So it's live action,
Right.
but they're so digitally de-aged that
Yes.
it looks like CG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want another fight where Luigi kicks a guy on the curb of whatever world they're in, where it's just an enfeebled man, like barely being able to kick and balance on one leg, but they de-age him, so he's only 28.
Right.
I have a left field cast idea for Donkey Kong.
Okay.
Tony Danza.
Tony Danza.
Wow.
as
That would be
Kong?
fun. Wouldn't that be fun? Think of his voice. That's what I'm thinking of. His
Okay.
voice.
The only way I can get into it is saying the names of the people in Who's the Boss? Would you Angela, Samantha,
yeah.
Tony? You know what I mean? Like
Yes,
that-
that's fun.
Kind of a Donkey Kong voice.
I think that's Donkey Kong. That's pretty good.
that's not bad.
I think that's a pretty good Donkey Kong.
barrels.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? I throw barrels.
What do you want from me? I throw barrels.
I throw barrels.
I throw barrels.
I have a banana from now and then. Whatever. I
that's-
had a talk show during the day. Isn't that crazy?
Yes, it is.
That's similar to my Michael Imperioli, who is Christopher from Sopranos. So he'd be like, "Yo T,
Yo, T.
yo T, T, yo
Yeah.
T." So
Sorry.
who could he be? He could be in it.
What about Walnuts?
T.
What
Pauly
about
Walnuts.
Pauly Walnuts? I'm just saying to you, it's this. Anyway,
Yeah.
now we're
No.
devolving into just doing Italian voices. Ay, mamma mia. Fuck it, let's get Chef Boyardee in there. Oh, it's Chris Pratt again.
I would like to find a place for Michael Imperioli. I think he has
Sure.
a great voice and a great presence.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Wario and Waluigi are still out there.
Waluigi would be a good Michael Imperioli. I think if Wario is like short and fat, you know what I mean? So I want to think of someone. Geez, this is hard.
I mean, I've never watched Sopranos, so
You're missing out.
Yeah,
I've
it
heard,
was
it was a
I've heard
quality
good
series.
things. Yeah.
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 But this
Yo,
is a fun
T.
idea. But if you have any ideas, listeners and viewers, for our wonderful Scorsese verse Mario,
Yes.
please let us know, because this is a really fun space to play in.
Yes.
I can see the poster. I love the poster. I want the poster on my wall. You know what I mean? All of this stuff. And you know what's fun? If you do have Martin Scorsese in it,
Yes.
and you create a CG character for him, it's just the old man from Up.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks just like his same
exact guy.
glasses.
Yeah, only talking about how superhero movies are bad.
How about this? So there's some villains who help out Bowser. One of them has glasses and he's like a wizard.
Uh-huh.
That could be Michael Imperioli, and he can go, "Yo, B." And he can to Bowser.
like that.
The Magic Koopa.
Oh, that's really fun. I think we've had a lot of fun back. We're back now.
Yes.
We're back.
First day of school back from Christmas vacation.
Right.
Right.
We had a really fun time. I do think it's time to start zipping up the sack and moving on.
Didn't we say that Chuck had a zipper on his scrotum?
Oh yeah, because we were going to make
Scroll
scroll
globe?
globes for
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah,
You had a tattoo.
By the
with a
way,
zipper.
no joke, not a joke. I think there will be some limited Funbearable Christmas merch next year.
Okay.
But we all have previews right now that we got from one
Yes.
Jen Kaminsky.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I think that'd be good.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
Yeah.
I just don't want to sit for the plaster setting.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you could lay. I'll just hold your legs up.
Okay. Can I do a little spoiler here?
Yes.
Okay. We had a fun goof with the Scro Globes.
Yes.
Chuck had a good goof.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun
Great
with
goof.
his goof.
That's the
A+
kind of
goof.
thing that would kill you.
A+
Yeah.
goof.
Yeah.
Might.
We did talk. We're not going to do Scro Globes.
No.
But I don't know how this happened. Brad and I did kind of get talked into this
Yep.
situation. And I think it's because we were given an either or.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, we don't want to do that one. We're doing whole globes.
Yeah.
And that's,
Whole globe.
yeah, we're doing whole globes.
What am I looking at?
It's like a kaleidoscope.
Mom, what am I looking at?
It's a guy-lidoscope. A guy-doscope.
Put your eye up to it.
Oh, I've got pink eye now.
Those finking bozos.
I got finking pink eye.
That's how it's
It's
used.
the freaking weekend, and I've got finking pink eye. This has been a lot of fun. Brad, can you please send us home?
I
Not
will.
take us home, send us home.
If people want to check us out, funbearablepod.com. We're at funbearablepod on all these social medias. You can send us an email, funbearablepod@gmail.com. We'll have another mail sack episode soon to get caught up on those. We love,
first mail sack of the new year.
love to hear from the Fun Bears.
And Happy New Year, gentlemen.
Happy New Year, guys. Yeah.
Happy 2023.
Yes, that's right. Happy New
And
Year.
Happy New
Made
Year
it.
to our viewers and listeners.
Yeah.
And hate watchers.
Yeah, we appreciate
Happy New Year to all our haters.
every single one of you. For Ray Harrington and Chuck Staten, I'm Brad Rohr. Thank you all so much for checking us out, and we're sorry for being Funbearable.